What do you counsel the Giants to do at 6? Because McCarthy could be in play for them. They could trade up for Drake May. One would think that if New England isn't totally into May, moving down to 6 is not very far for New England to endeavor that with their roster needing a ton of parts. Daniel Jones is a guy coming off of a knee injury, also a running and throwing quarterback. And I know you always have been, throughout this entire conversation, and always take your experiences and imbue your thoughts with it. So what do you think the Giants should do at 6 right now?
Yeah, Rich, I think first and foremost for the Giants, they need to let Daniel Jones get completely healthy. One of the biggest regrets in my career was the fact that I came back in 2013 and played too early. And that's not just on the team. That was also on me, right? I wanted to play. We all want to be out there and play, but the team has to do what's best for the player and help him for his long-term future. So that's what I would say first and foremost for the Giants. Secondly, if they think that Drake May or JJ McCarthy is the guy and they're willing to tie their jobs to it, go ahead, move up and get him. But if they're not, and they're sitting there at 6 and J.J. McCarthy is sitting there or Drake May is sitting there or a quarterback that they love is sitting there, I wouldn't be upset with them picking him at 6. What I think they need to do is draft Malik Neighbors at 6 because they don't have a true dynamic number 1 wide receiver. And if you have Neighbors, you got Darren Waller, pair them with Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Jalen Hyatt. Now all of a sudden, no one is saying, man, the Giants don't really have that great of an offensive scheme here. But if you don't get Neighbors and you select a quarterback, now your quarterback room looks like your rookie, JJ or Drake. You got Daniel Jones making $40 million, not healthy. You got DeVito over there with the meat sweats. And you got, what's his name, Drew Lock on the sideline rapping. So, when you talk about drama, I don't think that drama is great for the Giants locker room. And I've said this a couple times months ago. The biggest mistake the Giants made wasn't paying Daniel Jones. It was the fact that they made Saquon Barkley and Dexter Lawrence wait to get paid. That, to me, impacted the locker room in a big way. Don't double down on it because if you draft a QB at 6 or move up in the draft to get him, you got to win right now this year or you're fired.
I mean, could you imagine if they were able to strike a deal with Saquon and then franchise tag Daniel Jones? What a different situation they'd be in right now. But Daniel Jones did look phenomenal in beating the Vikings in that wild card game with Saquon. So for them to try and keep them together and run it back, I understand why they attempted that. I really do.
Yeah, Rich, and I'm not opposed to that. What I'm saying is, look at the Dallas Cowboys right now. They got all these reports out about Micah Parsons and people in the organization don't like him. They haven't paid CeeDee Lamb yet. They talked about Dak Prescott and how they're not going to extend him or they're not really pushing to extend him. What impact does that have on the locker room? That's more so what I'm saying with the Giants. I don't think it was wrong to pay Daniel Jones. Get your money, boo-boo. I'm happy for you. But if you pay him in the right way and you take care of the rest of the guys in the locker room, they're not looking at you with a side eye. And I feel like that happened a little bit in New York last year. And then Daniel Jones came out, didn't play well, and got hurt. The psyche of a player and how you manage your players matters just as much as how much you pay them. When you pay them matters, so you can have a great offseason. I know the media loves talking about the Cowboys, so it's not like they're going to be out of the news. But when you do it this way, it puts a negative impact on your team. I think that's where the Giants messed up. I don't think they should double down on that. Pay a guy $40 million and then go draft a QB in the top 10. That doesn't make much sense to me.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.